Welcome to day 17 of Tips for Successful Living. Welcome to day 17 of Tips for Successful Living. Tips for Successful Living. When you look around you, do you know people who you're convinced that they could have been in a better situation in life than they are currently if they had decided to put their best foot forward? You wonder what they were thinking when they made certain decision. Was it ignorance or just what I can call self-hatred? Ignorance could mean that they don't know. There are people that genuinely don't know that they are supposed to put their best foot forward. That's where communication like this is very important for people to know that. And there are people that just don't care for whatever reason. And that means that they don't care enough to always do their best in any situation they find themselves. And that's very straightforward, right? When you have opportunity to do something, do it your best, because you never know, that could be the last chance you have, or that could mean that the next time you have a chance, you have to wait for a long time before somebody give you the next chance in life. And we see this every time. When people break into any industry, they're doing well. They could have been doing it for some time. Most of the time, they've been doing something for some time before they get their big break. And usually something with big break is that nobody knows when that's going to happen. You always just have to do your best. A good example is the artist. When we hear songs from different artists, then you see that most of the time when they go to the studio to record music, they probably don't know that their song is going to be a big hit. And most of the songs that are really big hits around in music are the song that maybe the artist was just freestyling and talking from their heart, talking about life occurrences and things like that. And for whatever reason, people just decide to connect with that, and everything is in the ear already. A big hit, that's what you have. But in order for them to have that, they have to actually put their best foot forward, do their best every time, and just leave the rest to whatever power that is in the nature to control things. That's why what we're talking about today on this 17 of tips for successful living is to always put your best foot forward. And that's very clear. I think everybody will agree with that. Most people will agree that you should do that. Where it gets really even more important for you to do that is you will not always have the chance to put your best foot forward before people start making decisions about you and what you can do and where you have been and things like that. Because usually people start making judgment about you and about who you are right from your name, your origin of country, your looks, your physical appearance, your accent, the way you move around, your gesture and things like that. People start making decisions about that even before you have the chance to put your best foot forward. And putting your best foot forward could mean just giving you an opportunity to talk, to say something. Not everybody have the chance to do that before they have an opportunity or they lose an opportunity. And usually, one of the things we don't know is we are continuously being considered for an opportunity that we are not aware of. And the assumption is that the only thing that you're being considered for are the things that you initiate and the things that you're trying to get, you make some move for. That's good, you should do that. But then people are also looking at you even before you have the chance to put your best foot forward. They're making decisions about who you are, where you have been, how you get to where you are without having a conversation with you or anybody that knows you. Hence, they're making decision about whether an opportunity should be given to you or should not be given to you, just by your name, your physical appearance, your looks, your gesture. That's why it's very important that if you are fortunate to have the chance to say something, do something, put your best foot forward, you have to make it the best, because not everybody have that chance to do that. Most people lose opportunity without them having an opportunity to open their mouth to say anything or to do anything. They just lose opportunity because of their name, their country of origin, their previous interaction, which people change over time. Somebody could have had a particular line of thought in the past, and the assumption is that they still have that kind of thought. That's they're still the kind of person. They still have the same character. You will not be given, or you may not be given the chance to say something about, oh yeah, that was the way I was thinking back then. I don't think like that anymore. But when you're given the opportunity to say something or do something, you have to put your best foot forward in that kind of situation, because it's very important to always be aware that you don't always have the chance to put your best foot forward. When you have the chance, do your best, because decisions have been made where you are not existing and people are actually monitoring you. I mean, one of the things that really we tend to think about, or we tend to think is true, is that people are not interested in what we are doing because you're not getting the likes, the share, the comment. You'll be amazed to the extent that people are interested in what you're doing. They just like to pretend as if they're not interested. And that's also make people know that they're supposed to put their best foot forward, because they think, well, I'm just doing this, it's not that important, nobody's interested. That's not true. People are interested. They just like to make you think they are not, for whatever reason, because we are humans. And now that you know that people are interested, they're just hiding it for whatever reason, hiding it from you that they're interested in what you're doing. Now you just have to now know to do your best, put your best foot forward, so that regardless of whether you know that they're looking or not, you're always doing your best, because you never know when you're being considered for an opportunity. Thank you for watching and listening today. Today is the 17th day of discussing tips for successful life journey, and we're talking about putting your best foot forward. Always remember to put your best foot forward, and you will see the results. If you have a comment, if you have questions, if you have anything you want to say, if you agree, you disagree, if you have a personal story you want to share, if you have something that is very interesting to add, or even if you disagree with what I said, please let us know.